Hello and welcome to MBTECH. My name is Matthew Bingham, and today I'm going to go over the actual setup that I'm running today, currently in 2025. I've been running this for a couple months now, and I'm very satisfied with it, so I thought I would give you an overview of how I've got it set up for 2025 and the different steps that it took to get there, as well as where it came from originally and where it's at now. So currently right now on my desktop screen here, you can see that this was the original that I set up, and believe it or not, this was right around 2000. And then over to the right here, this is what I'm currently running. So you can see there's been a big change. This did not happen overnight. As I mentioned, this is about 20 plus years of going through home labbing. As you can tell, I've been at it for quite a while. I have a bunch of information that I'm trying to get out to everyone else because I've had so much help over the years and stuff like that. So I've been doing videos since 2014. But I've been wanting to get this information out to you guys. It's been extremely busy, so I'll be starting to do this on weekends. So that is the current setup right there, and we'll go over the actual home stack that I currently have. This is my current HomeLab lab stack, as we'll call it. Basically, we have the infrastructure. This consumes of the Proxmox server for virtual environment. Ubuntu is my major Linux distro that I use, and QNAP for an actual NAS. Our container orchestration is controlled by using Docker. Network management, big lover of Unify. I think they've got a great stack, great setup, great everything. There's other ones out there. I'm not saying that it's the only one out there, but this is, from my experiences, that's been the best one that I've had over the years. What I use for proxy management, so that I can have SSL certs for all my local systems and stuff like that, and not have to put in IP addresses and do all of the yes to advanced settings and stuff like that. I use the Nginx proxy manager, monitoring and reporting, Prometheus, Grafana, and then Uptime Kuma. I'm going to continue to use Uptime Kuma. I do like that. I'm going to be looking at some other options as well for monitoring. One of the biggest ones I'm looking at right now is Checkmark. It seems to be pretty decent overall monitoring thing, so that will be right here. Checkmark is the one I'm looking at and implementing throughout. For automation, I actually use Ansible. That has changed quite a bit because I use Semaphore as well, and basically Semaphore is just a GUI interface for Ansible, but it just makes it a little bit nicer. You can keep track of all of your Ansible scripts and stuff like that, and then that also is kept in the Git management for code management, Gitea or Git. For code management, this is very important because this actually ties into a whole bunch of different things throughout the home lab in general. Code management is actually used by Semaphore UI. You don't have to, but that's how I've got it set up. And then Git is also used by the wiki that I have, or where I put all my information and stuff like that. So it pulls from there and it puts stuff up there in Markdown, and then it automatically updates documentation, stuff like that. So it's very powerful, very useful. You can go back and see what changes you made. You can roll back changes and stuff like that. So once again, I think that's very important to have in your home lab, is some type of code management as well as documentation. Also, I have a app and server management. Portainer just makes it a little bit easier for Docker. You don't have to use it. I do it multiple ways, but a lot of times I do run this on the actual virtual machines that have Docker on them. And then Homepage. Homepage is just, I think, a good overall landing page for stuff. Not so much for me, but for possibly, other people within my family that want to get to things easily. Just have to type in Homepage and they get there. Databases, run MariaDB, Postgres, InfluxDB. And the reason why InfluxDB is actually being run is because of the actual Prometheus dumps its information. I'm sorry, InfluxDB pulls from Prometheus, and then Grafana does the graphing from that. Security and identity, Cloudflare. Big fan of Cloudflare, and then was for security reasons. So that is basically the home lab stack, if you will. From there, we'll actually go over to how I've got it set up with virtual machines and stuff like that. And here's basically how it's laid out. Got the Proxmox, which this is the physical. Got the Proxmox backup, as I mentioned, is a physical. These are the two HPs. And then here's my testing, and this is the one that's on the Minius forum. Within that, on the main Proxmox server, we've got 2 LXC containers. Those LXC containers are running Uptime Kuma, and the other one is running Homepage. From there, you can see I've got multiple VMs running Ubuntu and Docker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 VMs. Maybe a little too many, but that's how I've got it set up. I do have Prism, which is for photos and stuff like that, running on its own VM and its own Docker. Also have Semaphore, and I think it's called Infinity. This is basically a secrets management, so you can pull that information in to keep your secrets out of your actual config files. I'll be going over that eventually. We've also got another VM here, what it's running. This has got Wallows, CA Advisor, Portainer, Lean Time, actual Mealy, Log, and Glance. But anyways, this got all the different things that I'm running, all the different containers that are running on there, as well as just information. It makes it a lot easier in case you have issues and stuff like that. You can go back and look at all this stuff. Porkbun is who I do my domain registration, and then Cloudflare is what I use for DNS. So these are my basic setup of everything. If you'd like me to go over certain specific things, I can. I'll also put a link into the web page that I have all this set up in, and I'll be going through multiple things on setting up it very similar to this. These are my recommendations or systems that I found that work best for me. You do not have to do it this way at all. That's the fun thing about HomeLabs. You do it your way. You find out what works best for you. It's all about experimentation. It's all about learning. I have now pretty much solidified my main Proxmox server for stuff that I use every single day, and therefore that's why I have this actual PVE test, so that I can play around with different things without breaking and bringing down other things that people are actually using and enjoying using within the household. So anyways, that's it. I hope you enjoy that. I'm going to try to keep these short and sweet. Again, my name is Matthew Bingham with MBTECH. Please check out my website. Please like and subscribe. And let's start getting into this. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great rest of the day.